The day is slowly falling away now, like snow slipping quietly from a branch. Outside, the world is cooler, softer, and the busy edges of the day are beginning to blur. Here in this moment, you are safe to pause, safe to breathe, safe to let the night come gently closer. Notice the simple fact that you are here. Nothing else is needed right now. No decisions, no demands, no effort. Only this quiet space and a little time to soften around the edges. Your breath has been with you all day, moving in and out without asking for attention. Now it can become an anchor. Feel the air moving in, cool and easy. Feel it moving out, soft and loose. With every slow exhale, the day loosens its grip. Imagine a slow winter evening, settling over a forest of tall pines. Snow rests on every branch, thick and soft, muffling the world into a calm hush. The sky is pale and wide, and the air is still. Sound seems to travel more slowly here, wrapped in layers of quiet. Nothing rushes in this place. As you breathe, you can begin to sense that forest around you, not in sharp pictures, but in gentle impressions, the faint scent of pine on cold air, the way snow softens the ground, making every step quieter, more careful, more calm. This is a place where even your thoughts begin to walk more slowly. For now, you do not have to move at all. It is enough to rest and know that this forest is here, waiting for you whenever you wish. The snow is deep and undisturbed, like a soft blanket laid over the earth. The pines stand tall and steady, watching over this quiet winter night. Their presence is calm, patient, and unchanging. Feel your body finding its own way into that same steadiness. Perhaps your shoulders can ease down just a little. Perhaps your jaw can relax without effort. Your hands might rest more heavily, supported by whatever they touch. You are being held, just as the snow is held by the branches. If any thoughts arrive, they can drift by like flakes in the air. They do not need to be pushed away or chased. They can simply rise and fall, appearing and dissolving without importance. Here, nothing is urgent. Everything can wait until later. The air in this winter forest is cool and clean. Each breath in feels like a gentle clearing. Each breath out feels like a soft release. Your chest rises and falls in a slow, quiet rhythm, almost like the tide of a snowy sea of pines. This rhythm asks nothing from you. It simply carries you. Notice how the stillness of the forest begins to echo inside you. The tall pines are not trying to do anything. They are not trying to become anything. They simply stand, roots deep, branches open, allowing the snow to rest wherever it falls. You too can allow this moment to be exactly as it is. If parts of the day linger in your mind, they can settle gently into the snow. Old conversations, unfinished tasks, small worries, all of them can sink slowly down into the white, cooled and quieted by the night. They are not gone forever. They are simply resting, just as you are beginning to rest. High above, the sky is widening into evening. Light softens, edges blur, and colors fade into soft grays and blues. In this gentle dimness, the forest feels even more protected. The world outside the trees grows distant and faint. What remains is simple: breath, body, and the quiet presence of snow-covered pines. Feel how the ground beneath you might resemble that forest floor, steady, supportive, completely willing to hold your weight without complaint. You do not have to hold yourself up here. You can allow yourself to be supported. Notice how your breath now feels slower than it did before. Perhaps your eyes feel heavier or your thoughts feel softer around the edges. This is the body's way of easing toward rest. A natural, quiet shift, like daylight slipping gently into night. Nothing forced, nothing rushed. If you wish, you can imagine standing at the edge of a path between the pines. The snow on the path is smooth and inviting. Branches above form a gentle arch, dusted with white. The air is so still that you can almost hear flakes landing softly on the ground. This path is here for you whenever you are ready to follow it deeper into calm. For now, it is enough simply to know it exists. A quiet journey, waiting in the snow, lined with patient trees. You do not need to travel far to feel its comfort. Even staying exactly where you are, that feeling of quiet can begin to spread through you. From your head, down through your neck, across your shoulders, and into the rest of your body. With every breath, the forest becomes a little more familiar. With every exhale, your body becomes a little more at ease. You do not need to try to relax. You are simply allowing the natural calm of this winter night to reach you, allowing it to move through you like a gentle, cooling breeze. Here, you are safe to let go, safe to be quiet inside, safe to rest in the company of snow, pine, and stillness. Nothing is asked of you. Nothing is expected from you. Only this quiet evening, this soft breath, this gentle sense of being held. The forest stands guard, calm and steady. The snow continues to fall in its own unhurried rhythm, and you can simply drift a little deeper into that quiet, breath by breath, into the soft winter night. Snow begins to fall in a quiet, unhurried way, as if the evening has taken a slow breath and decided to rest. Each flake drifts gently through the cool air, soft and light, moving at its own peaceful pace. Nothing calls for your attention here. Everything simply settles, little by little, into calm. The first layer of snow rests on the pines like a soft blanket, smoothing every edge of the world. Branches that once reached sharply into the sky now bend in a gentle curve, cushioned by white. Even the ground begins to soften, losing its hard lines beneath the growing quiet. The forest feels different now, as though it has stepped into a slower rhythm. Listen to the way the snowfall changes the air around you. Sounds that might have carried far during the day now land softly and fade almost instantly. Footsteps, distant winds, the faint rustle of branches, all become muted, wrapped in the hush of winter. The world feels closer, kinder, and more at ease. As the snow continues to drift downward, notice how your own thoughts begin to match its pace, slow, gentle, unrushed. There's no need to chase or correct anything. Thoughts can come and go without weight, without importance, like snowflakes melting on warm skin. The air is cool, but not harsh. It has the calm clarity of a winter evening, settling around you with the softest touch. You might imagine a few flakes landing near you, melting as soon as they arrive. Their brief appearance adds to the quiet, as if the night itself is whispering you towards stillness. With every new layer of snow, the pines grow more peaceful. Their branches sway slightly under the weight, moving so slowly it feels like the whole forest is breathing in time with the falling flakes. This gentle motion brings a sense of comfort, like being cradled by the natural rhythm of the night. Nothing startles. Nothing interrupts. If you look toward the sky in your mind, the snowfall seems endless. Not heavy, not overwhelming, but steady and patient. Each flake falls exactly where it wants to go, finding its place on the earth. There is a quiet wisdom in that, a sense of ease in letting things settle on their own. As the snow gathers, the forest floor becomes soft and forgiving. You might imagine taking a single slow step into it. The sound is muted, a gentle crunch followed by silence. Another step, and the same soft sound rises and fades. Walking becomes an act of calm, each movement cushioned by winter's quiet touch. Around you, the light changes in small, tender ways. Snow reflects what little brightness remains, making the air feel more open, more gentle. Even shadows soften, blending into the muted glow. The world feels simpler here, stripped of noise and rush. Only calm remains. With each breath, you might feel the coolness of this winter space moving through you. The inhale is crisp and clean. The exhale is warm and slow. Your breath becomes part of the scenery, another soft movement in a landscape of stillness. There is no right way to breathe, only the natural rise and fall that has been with you all along. The snowfall continues, steady and soothing, like a quiet rhythm guiding you deeper into ease. There is no beginning and no end to it, just the endless drift of white on the air, settling gently wherever it lands. You can rest in that rhythm. You can let your body follow its slow, comforting descent. Imagine watching a single flake fall from a high branch. It spins lightly, barely touching the air, before it settles on the ground. Then another follows, and another. Soon the earth is covered in a soft, unbroken sheet of white. This moment feels new, yet familiar in a quiet, tender way. In the distance, the forest becomes a soft blur of pale shapes and gentle shadows. Pines stand tall, patient, and unmoving, their branches heavy with the new snow. They do not resist, they simply receive. Their stillness invites your own. As the snow deepens, everything feels slower. Even time seems to stretch, giving you space to breathe without hurry. There is no need to reach for anything. Every moment brings its own calm, its own quiet presence. You are surrounded by softness. Feel how your body responds to this scene. Muscles loosen in small, steady shifts. Your breath falls into a quieter rhythm. Even your thoughts begin to settle, like flakes finding their place on the branches. You do not have to make any of this happen. It unfolds naturally, gently, on its own. The snowfall continues, a calm companion in the night. Its softness gathers around you, comforting and steady. In this quiet forest, with snow drifting through the pines, the world asks nothing of you. You are free to simply rest, free to be still. The night grows deeper, but not darker. Snow reflects the softness of the sky, creating a quiet glow around you. The air is peaceful. The pines stand close, and the snow keeps falling, slow and steady, guiding you gently toward deeper calm. Here in this soft winter hush, you can let your mind drift wherever it wishes. You can let your breath slow as much as it wants. You can let every part of you unwind, sinking into the quiet comfort of the snowfall. There is nothing to hold, nothing to change, only the soft descent of snow over the pines, easing you into stillness, breath by breath, into the deep quiet of the winter night. Fresh snow settles quietly across the ground, shaping the forest into a soft, unbroken sheet of white. The air is calm, cool, and steady, brushing gently against your skin. There's a sense of invitation here, a quiet path waiting beneath the trees. Nothing rushes, nothing asks for more than a slow breath and a simple step forward. When you imagine taking that first step, the snow responds with a soft, muffled crunch. The sound is gentle and rhythmic, as though the earth is answering you with calm certainty. Another slow step follows, then another, each one cushioned by the fresh layer beneath your feet. The rhythm becomes familiar, almost instantly. It feels like returning to something you once knew well. The path winds slowly through the pines, and every step shapes the quiet around you. The snow presses down with each movement, then settles back into stillness as your foot lifts again. This simple pattern becomes its own kind of comfort, a steady, peaceful beat that softens your thoughts and slows the pace of your mind. There is nothing complicated here, only the quiet give of snow and the gentle weight of each footfall. Cool air moves across your face, light and refreshing. It carries the faint scent of pine, clean and wintry. Breathing feels easier in this place, as though the forest itself is helping you find a slower rhythm. Your inhale is cool and clear. Your exhale is soft and warm. As you walk, the world becomes quieter. The snow absorbs every distant sound, leaving only the muted crunch beneath your feet. The pines stand tall and steady around you, their branches heavy with white. They seem to lean in slightly, guiding you along a path that feels both comforting and familiar. Here, movement is effortless. The rhythm of your steps begins to settle deeper into your body. Left, then right. A slow, even beat that grounds you with each gentle press into the snow. This rhythm eases tension without you needing to do anything. Your shoulders relax, your breath softens, your body understands the calm of this walk, even before your mind notices it. The snow beneath you feels thick and plush, giving way just enough to cushion each step. It's the kind of softness that encourages you to keep going, not out of duty, but out of quiet ease. Each footstep is a small connection with the earth, steady and reassuring. There is a sense of being supported, step after step, without strain. Up ahead, the path curves between two tall pines. Their branches meet overhead in a gentle arch, catching loose flakes as they drift down. Some of the snow falls silently to the ground. Some lands softly on your shoulders before melting away. The air feels cool but comforting, wrapping you in a calm embrace. The forest is peaceful here. Shadows are soft and long, stretching across the snow like gentle brushstrokes. Your footsteps add to the quiet, creating a rhythm that blends into the stillness. Each sound is subtle and warm, grounding you in the moment. Nothing pulls you away. Everything guides you inward. As the walk continues, the movement becomes second nature. Your body settles into an easy pattern, steady and relaxed. The snow welcomes each new step, shaping itself around your foot, then letting go as you lift it again. This soft give and release encourages a deeper sense of comfort, a feeling that the path is walking with you, not against you. Cool air brushes lightly across your cheeks, bringing a sense of freshness that clears the last bits of the day from your mind. Breathing feels smooth and natural, unhurried. The forest holds its quiet, giving you space to slow down in your own time. Every step deepens the sense of being present, grounded, and safe. You continue along the path, surrounded by pines standing like quiet guardians. Their trunks rise straight and strong, their branches heavy with snow. They do not move quickly or call for attention. Instead, they offer a steady presence, a feeling of being accompanied in gentle silence. Their stillness becomes part of your own. The sound of your footsteps fades in and out, blending with the soft hush of winter air. Each step brings a small ripple of sound, then settles back into calm. You may begin to notice how this rhythm shapes your thoughts, guiding them into slower, smoother patterns. The mind drifts more easily now, settling into the same pace as your walk. Light awareness shifts into deeper comfort. Farther along, the trees open slightly. The path widens, revealing more of the soft, untouched snow. Your steps continue in their quiet rhythm, steady and warm. The forest feels welcoming, as if it has been waiting for you to arrive at this moment. There is a sense of belonging here. Every part of this walk supports a softer way of being. Your breath follows the gentle movement of your body. Your steps echo the slow beat of winter's quiet. Even the air seems to guide you toward deeper rest. You are not trying to relax. Relaxation is happening all on its own. With each new step, your connection to the ground becomes lighter. The snow cushions your weight, while the cool air clears your thoughts. Your mind grows quieter, your body grows heavier, and your breath grows slower. Nothing feels rushed, nothing feels forced. The path continues, but there is no need to think about where it leads. Walking is enough. Breathing is enough. This gentle rhythm carries you further into calm, step by step. The forest around you holds its peace, steady and constant. As you move forward, the world narrows to simple sensations. The soft crunch of snow, the cool brush of air, the steady warmth of your breath. Everything slows into a quiet, grounded ease. Soon even the steps themselves feel lighter. You may picture them becoming softer, quieter, almost floating over the surface of the snow. Your mind follows that softness, drifting into a deeper calm. The rhythm remains slow and steady, carrying you into the gentle quiet of the winter night. Snow-covered pines rise quietly around you, tall and steady, as if they have been waiting for this moment of soft winter stillness. Their branches hold thick layers of white, bending just slightly under the gentle weight. The air feels calm here, untouched and peaceful, carrying a faint hint of pine that drifts toward you with every slow breath. Nothing moves quickly in this space. Everything invites you to slow with it. As you step a little deeper into the forest, the presence of the trees grows warmer and more comforting. Though the air is cool, there is a quiet sense of welcome in the way the branches lean in, creating a soft shelter overhead. Snow clings to every limb in gentle curves, shaping the forest into a soft white world. A deep quiet settles between the trunks, the kind of quiet that feels like a soft hand resting lightly on the shoulder. Safe, steady, warm in its own quiet way. Each tree stands like a tall guardian, rooted deeply in the earth. They do not sway much under the snow's weight, just a slow, thoughtful movement when a breeze passes through. Their patience fills the air around you. It is the kind of patience that encourages your breath to slow, your thoughts to soften, your body to ease down into stillness. The branches overhead catch small flakes, that continue to fall, gathering them in thick, soft layers. Occasionally, a clump of snow slips free, drifting down in a slow tumble before settling quietly at your feet. The sound is almost nothing, just a soft exhale from the forest itself. Even this tiny movement feels gentle and natural, adding to the calm rather than disturbing it. The scent of pine grows more noticeable as you breathe in. It is subtle, cool, and clean. A scent that reaches you slowly, wrapping each breath in a sense of fresh, winter air. With each inhale, the forest seems to come a little closer. With each exhale, your body feels a little heavier, a little more relaxed. The pines stand so close to one another that their branches almost touch. Heavy clusters of snow rest on them, giving the trees a quiet dignity. There is strength here, but it is a soft kind of strength. Not loud, not sharp, just steady and reassuring. A strength that allows you to settle without thinking, without effort. As you move gently down the path, the snow beneath your feet becomes part of the silence. Your steps feel slower now, more deliberate. Not because you need to slow down, but because the forest encourages it. Every sound is muted, every movement relaxed. The world seems to dim its pace for you. The deeper you walk, the more it feels as though the trees are forming a soft embrace around you. Not closing in, but holding a safe, quiet space. Branches arch overhead like a gentle canopy, heavy with white. They create a soft tunnel of stillness that feels almost sacred in its calm. Your breath becomes part of the hush. A faint breeze passes through the forest, barely enough to stir the branches. Snow shifts slightly in response, but nothing breaks the peace. Even the wind here is soft, gentle as it brushes against your face. It carries the coolness of winter without harshness, like a calm hand offering reassurance. You pause for a moment, imagining what it feels like to stand among these trees with no need to move at all. The pines tower around you, solid and grounded. Their presence is calming, almost comforting in the way they hold their quiet. They have stood through many winters, many snowfall nights. Their steadiness becomes your own. When you begin walking again, the pines seem to shift with you, their shapes softening as snow catches the dim light that filters through the sky. The forest glows faintly, not bright but gentle, like a soft white lantern guiding your way. This light feels calm and tender, easing the path before you. The branches ahead grow thicker with snow. Some lean toward the path, offering a quiet archway of pale green and white. As you walk beneath them, the snow absorbs even the faintest sound. Your breath, your steps, your thoughts all become part of the deep silence that lives here. In this stillness, admiration slowly becomes connection. The trees no longer feel distant or separate. Their calm becomes something you can feel inside you, in the slow settling of your chest, in the ease of your breath. You begin to sense the weight of your thoughts shifting into the background, softened by the forest's gentleness. Each pine stands steady and unhurried, its branches welcoming the snow with quiet acceptance. There is a lesson in that stillness, though it comes without words, just the feeling of being held by something larger, something calm and unchanging, a feeling that guides you into a deeper sense of rest. You continue a little farther, moving slowly now. The forest around you feels softer, thicker with snow, richer with quiet. It's as though the pines have opened a deeper part of themselves, inviting you to share in their calm. You breathe in, and the scent of pine settles warmly through your chest. You breathe out, and tension leaves your body as softly as falling snow. The trees rise above you, their shapes softened by white. Their branches are heavy but peaceful, creating a sense of warmth despite the cold. There is comfort in their stillness, comfort in their patience, comfort in knowing they will remain steady long after you continue on your way. Every step brings you deeper into this calm, where the world feels simpler and safer. Your breath slows into a soft rhythm. Your body begins to loosen, settling into the quiet embrace of the forest. The pines watch over you in silence, steady and present. Here, held by snow and branch and gentle air, you can rest. You can allow the calm of these trees to surround you. You can let their quiet strength ease through your body, guiding you into deeper stillness. A slow, tender, settling into the heart of the winter forest. The forest waits in a deep and gentle stillness, the kind that settles softly over the snow and gathers in the quiet spaces between the trees. For a moment, everything feels completely still. Then a light movement begins, almost too subtle to notice at first. A soft winter breeze drifts through the branches, brushing past in a calm, effortless way. The air shifts, cool and clean, touching your skin with a delicate whisper. Snowflakes lift from the branches above, carried by the faintest stir of wind. They drift slowly through the air, turning and floating in an easy, weightless dance. Their paths cross and curve without hurry. Each flake seems to choose its own gentle direction, guided by the smallest touch of the breeze. Nothing about this movement feels rushed. The trees respond in their own quiet way. Branches sway just slightly, heavy with snow but never straining. The movement is so small it might be missed if you weren't already wrapped in the softness of the moment. Their slow sway gives the forest a living rhythm, subtle and soothing, a kind of breath the pines have held for hours, now gently released. As the breeze moves through, the sound it creates is almost a whisper. Not sharp, not cold, but soft enough to blend into the quiet around you. It slips past the trunks, stirs the snow along the ground, and then fades again into the hush of winter. This gentle sound brings the world closer. It reminds you that even stillness has its own tender motion. You take in a slow breath, and the cool air settles easily inside you. It feels clear and refreshing, like a quiet note held for just a moment before releasing. When you breathe out, warmth leaves your body in a soft cloud that blends into the chilled air. Your breath becomes part of the forest's gentle movement. Nothing needs to be forced. With each passing moment, the breeze grows a little more familiar. It moves around you in light, drifting currents, never strong enough to break the calm. Snowflakes respond to each shift, lifted, lowered, then carried along in quiet arcs. The air feels clean and simple, smoothing the edges of your thoughts. Your body begins to match the slow rhythm of the winter wind. The trees overhead let out a faint rustle as the breeze plays through their branches. It's a soft, brushed sound, like the quiet turning of pages or fabric gliding against fabric. This small sound carries a soothing warmth. Even in the cold air, it fills the quiet with a sense of presence, gentle and steady. Every movement adds to the calm, rather than taking away from it. As you continue through the forest, the breeze wraps itself lightly around you. It touches your shoulders, passes across your face, then drifts onward through the pines. Each brush of air feels like an invitation to slow down further. Your steps become lighter, your breath deepens without effort. The pines lean into the breeze in slow, graceful motions. Their branches shift just enough to let loose a few flakes of snow, which float downward in soft spirals. Some land on the path, some melt before they reach the ground. Their slow descent creates a quiet sense of wonder that settles warmly inside you. A deeper coolness flows along the air, but it is not sharp or biting. It feels balanced, gentle, almost comforting. It clears your mind in a way that feels natural, leaving room for ease and calm. The breeze carries a faint scent of winter pine, fresh, earthy, and light. Each breath brings that scent a little closer. The forest responds to the movement with subtle shifts of its own. Snow at your feet stirs softly, lifted by the lightest gust. It drifts across the path in tiny waves, then settles again as the breeze moves on. These small motions weave together a world where everything is slowed and softened, a place where nothing interrupts the peace. The longer you walk, the more the breeze feels like a companion, not pushing, not pulling, just moving alongside you with quiet intention. It flows through the pines and over the snow, creating a smooth, gentle rhythm. Your body follows that rhythm without needing to think. Shoulders lower, jaw softens, breath deepens. Another soft gust passes through, rustling the branches in a slow cascade. The sound spreads gently, then fades into quiet again. Snow loosens from the higher boughs and falls in a thin curtain of white. It settles along the path, creating small patches of brightness in the soft winter light. Even this delicate motion feels soothing. The breeze calms again, leaving only a faint hint of movement in the air. The trees return to stillness, holding the snow in quiet balance. And yet, something in the forest feels changed, warmed by the soft dance of wind and snow. Your own stillness deepens in response. You feel grounded, steady, and held in the gentle calm of the winter night. Another breath moves through you, slow and easy. The cool air clears the last traces of tension from your chest. Your exhale falls into the quiet, merging with the softness of the moment. Everything feels unhurried now. Everything feels light. The breeze drifts once more through the pines, a final, gentle whisper along the branches. Snow stirs lightly, then settles again in silence. The air becomes still. The forest grows calm, and you move deeper into that quiet, floating on the soft rhythm of winter's breath. Warm, steady, drifting into deeper ease. Soft winter light begins to filter through the tall pines, quiet and gentle as it finds its way into the forest. It moves slowly, slipping between branches, heavy with snow, settling in pale beams along the path. Nothing bright or sudden, just a calm, steady glow that warms the air in small, comforting ways. The world feels a little more open now, a little softer. As you take a slow breath, the cool air mixes with the faint warmth of the light. It creates a sense of balance, like two parts of the forest meeting in quiet harmony. The light rests on the snow, making it shimmer with a soft, muted brightness. Every step forward reveals new patches of gentle glow, guiding you deeper into the calm. The path seems to welcome you with a patient, peaceful invitation. The pines rise high on either side, their branches catching the drifting light. Some of the beams slip through as thin, glowing lines. Others spread out across the snow in wider, softer shapes. Shadows stretch and shift in slow motion, blending the darker tones of the forest with the pale glow above. Nothing stands still for long, yet nothing moves quickly. You might notice how the light touches everything with the same quiet kindness. Even the smallest branches sparkle faintly, as though brushed with a soft dusting of brightness. The air seems clearer here, easier to breathe. Each inhale brings a sense of gentle warmth. Each exhale drifts into the cool stillness around you. The path ahead narrows slightly, forming a soft tunnel of light and shadow. As you step into it, the glow deepens, wrapping you in a peaceful, dreamlike warmth. It doesn't feel like daylight exactly, more like a quiet presence, tender and steady. A warmth that doesn't need to be strong to be felt. Snow beneath your feet reflects the faint beams in smooth, gentle waves. The ground seems to glow from within, lit by the soft spread of light filtering down. As you walk, each step shifts the brightness ever so slightly, and the forest responds in subtle ways. A shadow might lengthen, a beam might soften. The world seems to breathe with you. The pines hold this light with quiet dignity. Their trunks rise like tall pillars, warmed by thin bands of brightness that wrap gently around them. Snow resting on their branches glows faintly, creating a soft halo around the trees. It gives the forest a serene, almost magical calm, but in the simplest, most natural way. Nothing feels forced. Everything simply is. A slight breeze passes through, though it is gentler than before. It stirs the beams, bending them just enough to make the light dance softly across the snow. Flakes lift from the branches, catching the glow for a brief moment before drifting down again. Their slow descent adds a quiet rhythm to the air, peaceful and easy. The forest feels alive, but in a calm and tender way. As you continue along the path, the light begins to shift. It becomes warmer in tone, settling against the cold in a soothing balance. This warmth doesn't rush toward you. It reaches out slowly, like a hand offering comfort without expectation. You accept it simply by being here, by breathing in this soft moment. Shadows move across the snow in long, graceful shapes. They stretch and blend into the glowing patches of light, creating a quiet pattern of dark and pale. The contrast is gentle, never sharp. It feels like the forest showing its layers, revealing calm depths beneath the surface. You feel drawn into that depth, relaxed and safe. A faint glow appears higher in the branches, reflecting from the snow that rests there. This glow seems to hover for a moment, before spreading downward in soft, diffused beams. They catch on the bark of the pines, gliding over their textured surfaces in slow, steady motion. The trees seem to stand a little warmer in this light. Their presence grows more comforting. Another patch of brightness opens ahead of you, wide and quiet. The snow here shines with a soft, muted radiance. It feels like stepping into a pocket of warmth within the cold landscape. A gentle surprise waiting just around the bend. Your breath deepens without effort, and your body relaxes into the ease of this moment. Warmth and coolness blend around you like a soft cradle. The forest grows quieter still, Even the breeze seems to pause, letting the light take center stage. Without movement, the glow becomes more noticeable. The way it rests on the branches, the way it sits like a calm blanket over the snow. This stillness feels peaceful and grounding, a place where you can settle your thoughts without trying. As you stand in this soft brightness, a sense of quiet hope begins to rise. It's small at first, a gentle warmth in the chest. Not excitement, not energy, just a tender sense of comfort, of ease, of something quietly reassuring. The light seems to mirror that feeling, glowing with steady patience. Nothing here asks anything of you. You begin to walk again, though even the steps feel slower now. The forest has grown dreamlike, the glow floating through the air with soft confidence. Each step carries you deeper into the serenity of the moment, deeper into the quiet warmth that fills the space between the trees. Your breath moves in slow harmony with the gentle light. The pines continue to guide you, tall and steady, their branches forming a soft ceiling overhead. Light slips through in thin strands that shift with each movement, each breath. These strands reach toward the snow in slow, quiet arcs, settling gently into the ground. It feels as though the forest is creating this glow just for you, a private calm held within the winter air. As the path widens slightly, the light spreads out once more. The snow glimmers faintly, and shadows drift softly across the ground. This gentle brightness wraps around you, holding you in a quiet embrace. Your body feels heavier, more relaxed. Your thoughts drift like the slow dance of snowflakes. Here in this calm pocket of winter light, you can rest deeper. You can let the glow settle into you, warm and soft. You can release anything still holding on. The forest is peaceful, the light is gentle, and you drift quietly into deeper ease. Floating on the soft glow through the branches, dusk settles slowly over the forest, arriving not in a rush, but in a soft, quiet drift of fading light. The day loosens its hold, and the bright edges of the world begin to blur into gentle shades of blue and silver. The air cools just slightly, carrying the hush of evening with it. Everything feels calmer now, as though the forest has taken a deeper breath and released it into the stillness. As you move forward, the snow reflects the dimming sky in muted tones. Light no longer glows from above. It settles around you in a soft, even wash. Shadows stretch long across the path, slow and steady, reaching toward one another. Nothing sharp or sudden, just a quiet shifting of color as day becomes night. The tall pines stand in peaceful silhouette against the fading light. Their outlines soften, becoming gentle shapes that blend into the cool dusk air. Snow resting on their branches glimmers faintly, catching what little light remains. This glow fades gradually, like a candle burning low, leaving behind only calm and quiet. Your breath moves easily in this softening world. The forest grows quieter with every passing moment. Sounds that once carried easily now linger close, held by the thickening dusk. A distant crack of settling snow, the faint brush of wind, the gentle rhythm of your steps. All of them blend into a single, peaceful hum. It feels as if the forest is settling in beside you. Colors shift around you in slow motion. Bright whites become pale blues. Shadows deepen into soft grays. The sky above holds on to the last traces of light, spreading them thinly across the tops of the pines. This gentle dimness has a comforting weight to it, like a warm blanket placed softly over your shoulders. As dusk deepens, your thoughts begin to quiet in the same way the forest quiets. There is less need to focus on the details ahead. Your mind turns inward naturally without effort. The path becomes a place not just to walk, but to rest within. Each step becomes slower, lighter. The snow beneath your feet now feels cooler, smoother. Its surface holds the dim reflections of the sky, softening everything it touches. Your footsteps fall into a quieter rhythm, almost blending into the silence. It becomes easy to imagine moving without sound at all, drifting through the forest on the edge of night. Your body responds to this ease, settling into gentle stillness. A faint breeze arrives, but it carries none of the daytime crispness. It moves slowly, passing through the branches with a low whisper. The pines sway in the slightest motion, their shapes shifting in the dim light. This motion feels cozy, familiar, like watching the slow flicker of a fire. Warmth rises from within, even in the cool air. The sky above shifts again, letting deeper shades of blue fill the spaces between the branches. This is the moment when day fully surrenders. Colors fade, lines soften, the world becomes a quiet, inviting dusk. You move through it gently, embraced by its calm. Far ahead, a faint silver glow remains where the horizon holds onto the last thread of daylight. It illuminates the path just enough to guide you forward. The snow reflects that silver light in soft patches, shimmering in a slow, dreamy way. This subtle glow brings a tender sense of hope, quiet but steady, a light that does not fade quickly. As you walk deeper into this softness, the forest feels warmer in an unexpected way. Not warm in temperature, but warm in presence. A comfort that settles around you, asking nothing, offering everything. Your mind drifts into a deeper place of rest, where thoughts slow and settle like snow, finding the ground. This shift happens naturally, without force. The long shadows continue to spread across the snow, stretching gently from tree to tree. They move like slow breaths, expanding and easing with the rhythm of the fading light. You feel yourself moving at the same pace. A quiet inwardness grows, making the world feel close and safe. You follow that feeling deeper into the forest. The pines overhead seem to stand closer together now, as though forming a protective canopy. Their branches block out more of the dimming sky, guiding your attention inward. You feel held in a way that is both grounding and soothing. The silence deepens, fuller and more comforting. You relax into it without trying. Breathing becomes slow and steady, matching the rhythm of the forest settling into night. Each inhale brings a hint of cool dusk air. Each exhale releases a little more of the day. Your body feels heavier, yet lighter in spirit. A sense of ease spreads through you like gentle warmth. The snow underfoot takes on a velvety texture in the dim light. It feels softer, more welcoming, as though preparing the forest for rest. Your steps grow slower, almost floating, as though the night itself is guiding your movements. There is no need to think about where you are going. The path carries you naturally toward calm. As the sky darkens further, the last traces of color dissolve into deep blue. The transition is smooth, seamless, calming. It feels like the world exhaling into nighttime. The forest holds this breath with quiet reverence. You drift deeper into that quiet. Everything around you seems to lean into stillness. The pines, the snow, even the air settles. The comfort of dusk surrounds you, soft and steady. You feel safe within its embrace. In this gentle hour between day and night, you move more slowly than before. Your steps are lighter, your breath is deeper, your mind feels like an open, quiet space, a place ready for rest. The forest at dusk becomes a mirror of your own softening. Light fading, thoughts quieting, body easing into deeper calm. You continue walking, but it feels more like drifting, guided by the soft pull of night settling through the pines. The forest grows quieter as you continue along the soft winter path. The pines stand close at first, their branches bending inward, creating a gentle tunnel of stillness. The air is cool and calm, wrapped in the faint scent of snow and pine. Your steps fall softly, barely disturbing the quiet that hangs in the space around you. Everything moves at an easy, unhurried pace. As you walk, the trees begin to thin, their trunks spread out, with more space between them, and faint light gathers ahead. It isn't bright, but it glows softly, like a quiet promise of openness. The air feels slightly wider here, less enclosed. Your breath deepens in response, finding more room to stretch. A few more slow steps bring you to the edge of a clearing. It opens before you in a wide, still expanse of untouched snow. Smooth, soft, and perfectly calm, the surface glows faintly under the muted light, holding the pale shimmer of winter evening. It feels peaceful, like a place the day has forgotten to disturb. The pines form a loose circle around this open space, standing sentinel in their snowy silence. They lean slightly inward, but do not crowd the clearing. Instead, they seem to guard it gently, offering a quiet boundary between the world you've walked through and this moment of pure calm. The stillness here feels deeper, more tender, a stillness that welcomes you without a sound. Step into the clearing, slowly. The snow beneath your feet holds your weight with soft resistance, then gives way with quiet ease. Your footsteps feel different here, cushioned by the untouched snow. The air seems brighter, though the light remains gentle and muted. A sense of spacious calm begins to spread through your chest. The sky above the clearing stretches wide, framed by the tall pines. Soft blues and silvers blend together, creating a dreamy, open canvas. It feels as though the forest has moved aside just enough to give you room to breathe more freely. Room to let the world grow a little lighter. Room to loosen anything still held inside you. Stand for a moment in the center of this space. Notice how open it feels compared to the sheltered path behind you. Snow extends in every direction, smooth and quiet, untouched by footsteps or falling branches. Its surface reflects the faint light, making the clearing glow in a soft, peaceful way. This openness feels gentle, not overwhelming. The air here rests easily against your skin, cool but soothing. A small breeze drifts across the clearing, barely enough to move the snow, but enough to bring a soft sense of release. It brushes lightly past you, carrying with it the quiet scent of pine from the trees that circle the space. Your shoulders relax, your breath settles. Shadows from the branches reach across the snow in long, smooth shapes. They stretch and soften, creating a slow dance of light and dark on the ground. Watching them, even in your imagination, brings a sense of calm that deepens with each breath. Nothing feels tight or crowded. Everything feels open and gentle. The clearing invites you to rest, not by stopping, but by allowing your body to loosen in its presence. Your chest opens, your thoughts spread out with more space between them. It becomes easier to let tension drift away, dissolving into the wide quiet around you. There is no rush, no pressure, only soft release. A soft glow hangs in the air above the clearing, blending with the cool tones of the evening sky. This glow brings a sense of warmth, subtle and steady. It's not the warmth of the sun or a fire. It's the warmth of space, of calm, of openness held gently between the trees. A warmth that settles inside you without needing to be strong. You might imagine kneeling to brush your hand lightly across the snow. The surface feels cool and smooth, almost silky. It gives way just enough to show its softness without disturbing the peaceful blanket that covers the clearing. Even this small imagined touch brings a sense of connection to the quiet around you. A grounding calm that flows easily through your body. Silence fills the clearing, but it's a friendly silence, not empty, just spacious. The kind of silence that allows your breath to be heard, your thoughts to settle, your body to feel supported by the wide open air. It's a silence that doesn't ask anything from you. It simply makes room. The pines around you stand steady, forming a soft circle of presence. Their branches hold the snow like gentle hands cupping something fragile. They give shape to the clearing without closing it in. Their quiet strength adds to the sense of safety and ease. You feel held but free. A deeper release begins to flow through you as you stand in the center of the clearing. Your breath moves smoothly without effort. Your muscles soften in small, steady shifts. Your mind grows quieter, more spacious, like the open air around you. You sink gently into the wide calm of the moment. This open space feels like a pause in the forest, a natural resting point, a place where the world widens and softens at the same time. You feel the ease of that widening inside you, loosening any remaining tension. Your body becomes heavier, softer, more at home. As you breathe, the clearing seems to breathe with you. Snow, sky, shadows, and trees all holding their own calm rhythm. This shared stillness settles deeper around you. You feel supported by it, comforted by its simplicity. Your thoughts drift, settling like snowflakes on quiet ground. Stay here for a moment longer, wrapped in the openness of the clearing. Nothing pulls you away, nothing interrupts. Just the soft glow on the snow, the steady presence of the trees, and the wide, peaceful space that holds you gently. You rest in that openness, letting it settle through you, quiet and free, soft and calm. Moonlight settles gently over the forest, soft and silver, spreading a quiet glow across the snow. The night feels calm and open, as though it has taken a long, slow breath and released it into the air around you. Cool light filters between the branches, touching the ground with a soft shimmer. Everything appears calm, softened by the stillness of winter night. A light snowfall begins, drifting down in slow, delicate flakes. Each flake glimmers faintly as it passes through the moonlight. They fall without sound, moving in gentle curves through the air. Their quiet descent creates a peaceful rhythm that settles deeper into the forest. You feel the calm of it reach you warm and steady. The snow beneath your feet reflects the moonlight in smooth, soft waves. Silver shines across its surface, catching even the slightest movement. Every step feels slower now, as though the night itself encourages you to drift into a gentler pace. Your breath follows, deepening with ease, blending into the quiet around you. The world seems suspended in soft motion. As you lift your gaze, the snowflakes continue their slow, shimmering fall. Some drift close, brushing past you with a cool, delicate touch. Others swirl higher, catching small gusts that guide them in lazy spirals. It feels like watching tiny stars drift from the sky. Their movement is tender, almost hypnotic. The pines rise tall around the clearing, their branches lined with fresh snow. Moonlight glows along their edges, outlining each branch in a silver halo. Where the branches overlap, shadows deepen into soft blues, blending gently into the night air. The contrast is gentle, soothing to the senses. Everything feels balanced and calm. A quiet breeze moves through the trees, stirring the falling flakes just enough to shift their path. The breeze is cool but comforting, brushing lightly against your skin. It carries the scent of winter pine, subtle and clean. The air feels fresh and steady, filling your chest with calm. You breathe out, and your breath becomes part of the night. The snowfall grows slightly thicker, though it still falls with the same slow tenderness. Flakes gather on the ground in a soft, even layer. Their touch is gentle, barely felt, as they melt or rest lightly on the surface. This new blanket of snow brightens the clearing, reflecting the moonlight with quiet beauty. The world feels wrapped in softness. As the night deepens, the glow from the moon grows more pronounced. Light spills across the snow in long, silver streaks. Shadows stretch gently behind each tree, blending into the soft darkness. Nothing here feels sharp or cold. Even the darkness seems warm, welcoming. Your mind grows quieter as you watch the snowfall. Each flake drifts with an unhurried grace that draws your attention into stillness. Thoughts soften, breath deepens. A settling calm moves through you, slow and steady. You feel yourself sinking into the rhythm of the night. Some flakes land on nearby branches, adding to the soft layers already resting there. Their weight is almost nothing, yet they give the trees a fresh, delicate beauty. When a small cluster falls free, it tumbles downward in a slow dance before settling gently on the ground. This simple movement carries a peaceful comfort, a reminder that nothing needs to happen quickly. The night sky above you is wide and calm, holding faint hints of stars behind the soft snowfall. Their light blends with the moon's glow, creating a dreamy sheen across the forest. It feels like the world has dimmed itself into perfect balance, neither dark nor bright, just softly glowing, softly resting. The longer you stand in this moonlit snowfall, the heavier your body feels in the nicest way. A gentle heaviness, a feeling of being grounded, safe and warm inside the quiet cold. Your muscles release their hold, your shoulders lower, your breath flows without effort. The forest holds you in its peaceful embrace. The silence is deep but not empty. It carries the soft sound of snow touching snow, the faint breath of wind through branches, the steady stillness of winter night. These small sounds gather around you like a quiet lullaby. They guide you inward, toward deeper rest. As you move slowly through the clearing, The snowflakes drift around you in soft spirals. The ground glows under the moonlight, lighting your path with a calm silver hue. Each step feels softer than the last, each breath slower. The night grows dreamlike, warm despite its cold air. Eventually you pause, letting the snowfall move freely around you. The world feels suspended in gentle motion. The trees stand tall and steady. The sky glows softly, and snow continues to drift with tender quiet. Here, surrounded by moonlight and falling flakes, the night feels endless in the best possible way. A space without rush, a moment without wait, a place where only calm remains. Stay here for a while, drifting in the glow of this soft, moonlit snowfall. Let the quiet ease through you. Let the light settle gently across your thoughts. Let the stillness hold you as the snow continues its slow, peaceful descent, guiding you deeper into rest, into warmth, into sleep. Night has settled fully over the forest, wrapping every branch and every drift of snow in a deep, velvety quiet. The last traces of movement fade away until even the air feels still. Nothing stirs, and the silence becomes its own gentle presence, soft and steady. You step deeper between the trees, and the world narrows into a peaceful hush. The snow beneath your feet has grown firmer in the cool night air, yet your steps feel lighter. Each one lands without hurry, almost soundless. It feels as though the forest absorbs even the smallest noise, holding it close before letting it fade into nothing. The pines stand tall and unmoving, their branches outlined in faint silver from the distant moonlight. Snow clings to them in smooth, settled layers, untouched and perfectly still. No breeze moves through tonight. No shadows shift across the ground. It is a quiet so deep it seems to rest inside your bones. As you breathe, the air feels cool and soft, drifting in without resistance. Your exhale leaves your body in a warm cloud that dissolves quietly into the stillness. Even your breath becomes slow in this calm. It follows the rhythm of the night, unhurried and even. Your body recognizes this quiet, and something inside you begins to loosen. The deeper you walk, the more profound the silence becomes. It is not empty. It is full of presence, full of calm, a silence that feels alive in its own gentle way, the kind that settles around you like a soft blanket, warm despite the cold. Every tree stands as if holding its breath. Branches stretch upward in silent patience. Snow rests along their edges like delicate white cloth, smooth and undisturbed. Nothing falls, nothing moves. The forest seems to be waiting, though for what, you cannot say. In this stillness, your thoughts slow to match the pace of the night. They drift quietly, without urgency, and settle softly in the quiet spaces of your mind. The world inside you grows as still as the world around you. It feels natural, gentle, and deeply calming. A small clearing opens ahead, nothing wide or bright, but a tender pocket of space surrounded by tall pines. Their dark trunks frame the clearing like quiet guardians. The snow here looks untouched, smooth as a soft sheet laid over the earth. Moonlight rests lightly across it, giving it a faint glow that feels serene and comforting. When you step into the clearing, the silence deepens even more. The air feels heavy with quiet, but in a warm, grounding way. It settles over your shoulders, smooth and soft. Your breath sinks into the slow rhythm of the moment. Your body becomes heavier, as though the earth is gently drawing you into rest. Nothing here asks for attention. Nothing pulls at your thoughts. Every part of the forest encourages ease. The trees stand in perfect stillness. The snow stays smooth and steady beneath your feet. The night surrounds you with soft, unwavering calm. If you pause for a moment, the depth of the silence becomes clearer. It is a silence you can almost feel on your skin, cool at the edges, warm at its center. A silence that seems to reach inward, smoothing out the last bits of tension in your body. Your shoulders drop a little more. Your jaw loosens without effort. Your breath settles into its natural rhythm. The sky above is dark and soft, holding only a faint glow from the moon. No stars pierce the darkness. No clouds drift across the sky. Everything is still. It feels like the entire night has gathered around you, holding you in gentle, quiet arms. The trees around you seem closer now, though they haven't moved. It is their stillness that reaches you, a quiet companionship that asks for nothing in return. They stand in silence, offering a moment of peace that feels endless, a moment that invites you to release any remaining weight you carry. As you breathe in, the air feels steady and cool. As you breathe out, your body sinks further into the quiet. With each exhale, you feel a little lighter, a little softer. Even your heartbeat seems to slow to match the rhythm of the night. It all becomes one calm, steady flow. You imagine standing perfectly still between the trees, held in the center of the forest's quiet breath. No wind moves past you, no snow falls. Even time feels slower here, softened by the deep silence. It is a silence that welcomes you, that wraps gently around your thoughts and smooths them into ease. The snow beneath your feet seems to cradle your weight. The air rests softly on your skin. The world narrows to coolness, darkness, and calm. The edge between your body and the night becomes softer, thinner. It feels like drifting, like floating in a quiet sea of winter air. Nothing interrupts this peace. Nothing disturbs the stillness. You are held inside it, safely and quietly. Warmth spreads through your chest, slow and comforting. Your breath moves in gentle waves, barely making a sound. Every part of you begins to ease further. Thoughts slow, breath deepens, muscles soften. The quiet reaches inward, touching even the parts of you hadn't realized were holding on. Everything settles. The night feels endless, yet soft. The trees stand watch in steady silence. The snow rests in perfect calm, and you drift deeper into stillness, held between the quiet pines, wrapped in the peaceful hush of winter night. The night settles softly around you, quiet and gentle, as though the world has curled into a peaceful rest. Snow lies smooth beneath your feet, and the pines stand steady in the dim glow. Everything feels slower now, warmer in its stillness. The path you've been walking begins to narrow into a calm, sheltered space. Your breath drifts out in slow clouds that fade easily into the quiet. Ahead, a single pine leans slightly, its branches heavy with snow. The tree creates a small refuge beneath its limbs, shielding the ground from the cold sky. The space beneath it feels inviting, calm, and safe. A place where the earth is softened, where the forest offers a gentle resting spot. Moving toward it feels natural, like the next soft step in the rhythm of the night. As you reach the tree, the air grows even quieter. The branches above form a loose canopy that holds the snow lightly, muffling every distant sound. The ground here is softer, the blanket of snow thinner from the shelter of the pine. It feels like a small, hidden room shaped by nature's hands, a place meant for stillness. You lower yourself slowly, leaning your back against the sturdy trunk. The pine is cool but not cold. Its strength is steady, grounding. It holds your weight without effort, supporting you with quiet certainty. The feeling of leaning back, fully supported, brings a deep release through your body. Snow-covered branches hang above you in gentle curves. Their shapes blur softly into the night sky, edges softened by the dim glow. You no longer need to watch the path, or the trees, or the sky. Everything around you blends into one peaceful scene. Your eyes grow heavier, drifting toward half-closed rest. As you settle, the world begins to feel distant. The soft hush of the forest becomes a calming blanket around you. Even the cold air feels warmer now, held close under the branches. Your breath slows into an easy rhythm, almost silent. Each inhale brings in quiet. Each exhale lets something go. The pine behind you feels comforting, like a steady presence watching over you. Its trunk is wide and strong, rooted deeply in the earth beneath the snow. You feel that stability through your back, through your shoulders, through the entire length of your body. It is a safe place to rest, a place to drift. Your legs grow heavier as you settle into the snow's gentle hold. The ground molds softly around you, supporting your body in quiet stillness. The air around you grows softer, thicker with calm. Your hands rest easily at your sides, fingers loosening without effort. Everything becomes slower. The night sky above the branches fades into a smooth, velvety darkness. Only hints of moonlight slip through in thin, quiet strands. These small beams settle on the snow in soft patches, glowing faintly. Their glow blurs at the edges, like light seen through tired eyes. It feels dreamlike, safe, and soothing. You notice how small movements inside you grow quieter. Thoughts slow into soft echoes. Your heartbeat steadies in a calm, even rhythm. Breathing feels natural, deep and slow, as if your body is surrendering to the comfort of the night. Every muscle loosens a little more. The forest seems to hold its breath with you. No wind moves, no branches shift. Even the snow appears to pause its fall, hanging lightly in the cool air. The pine behind you remains steady, keeping you warm beneath its shelter. You feel cocooned in quiet. Your awareness begins to blur, gently, like snowflakes melting before they land. Edges soften, shapes fade. Only warmth, weight, and stillness remain. The world outside becomes distant and soft, like a memory slipping into dreams. Each breath draws you deeper into rest. Inhale, slow and cool. Exhale, warm and heavy. The rhythm is comforting, steady as a heartbeat felt through winter air. Your body leans heavier into the trunk, trusting its support completely. You feel held, as though the forest has wrapped its arms around you. Time stretches into something quiet and unbroken. There is no need to move, no need to think. The clearing, the snow, the branches, the night, all blend into a soft, seamless calm. You drift within it, safe and warm. With each passing moment, sleep comes closer. It moves gently, like a thin blanket settling across your skin. Your thoughts dissolve into the hush of the night. Your body sinks deeper into its resting place. The pine stands firm behind you, a silent guardian. Nothing pulls you forward, nothing calls you back. You are exactly where you need to be, leaning against the warm, snow-sheltered pine, breathing softly, drifting slowly. The forest holds you in its quiet embrace. The night folds around you like a soft cocoon, and you slip into deeper ease, deeper warmth, drifting towards sleep in the quiet arms of the winter pines. Night has settled fully around the forest, soft and quiet, wrapping everything in a gentle calm. The pines stand steady in the darkness, their branches holding the last traces of moonlight. Snow rests in smooth layers along the ground, untouched and peaceful. The world feels warm in its stillness, even in the cool winter air. Your breath moves easily, blending into the quiet without effort. Here, everything is soft, everything is simple. Nothing asks for your attention, nothing needs to change. You are surrounded by quiet and safety. The air carries a faint, steady coolness that brushes lightly across your skin. It feels soothing, like a soft hand smoothing away the last bits of the day. Each inhale draws in the calm of the night. Each exhale lets the body sink deeper, heavier, more at ease. You can feel the warmth rising gently inside you. Snow settles quietly around the roots of the pines. The branches hardly move. The forest feels as though it has curled into its own rest, inviting you to do the same. Shapes soften, edges blur. The world becomes a quiet glow, dim and comforting. As you sit in this calm, the night grows tender around you. The quiet deepens, but never feels empty. It is full of warmth, full of presence. A soft rhythm moves through it, slow and steady, like breath shared between the forest and the sky. Your body follows that rhythm naturally. Thoughts drift in slow waves, fading before they have time to form fully. Your mind loosens its hold, settling into a peaceful hush. What remains is just softness, just warmth, just the ease of being here, without needing anything more. The pine behind you feels steady and sure. Its strength supports you quietly, grounding you without effort. You lean into it a little more, feeling your body grow heavier, calmer. The snow beneath you softens, as though making room for your rest. Everything around you holds you gently. The air thickens into a peaceful silence, wrapping you in its quiet glow. It feels like a warm cocoon, inviting your body to drift. Your breath becomes a slow whisper. Your eyelids grow heavier. Your thoughts drift into soft, shapeless calm. The forest fades into a gentle blur. The snow, the branches, the sky, all blending into a single soft presence that cradles you warmly. You drift within it, weightless and safe. Each breath brings you deeper into this comfort. Inhale, cool and slow. Exhale, warm and soft. The rhythm carries you downward, deeper into rest. Your body loosens fully, surrendering with ease. Nothing pulls your attention now. Nothing interrupts the quiet. The world becomes a soft, steady hum, soothing and warm. Every muscle settles. Every thought dissolves. You are surrounded by safety. You are surrounded by quiet. The night holds you gently, like a soft blanket around your body. You drift deeper and deeper. If a thought rises, it floats away on its own, dissolving like snow in warm hands. Your body grows heavy, sinking into the stillness. Your breath becomes almost weightless. This moment belongs only to rest, only to softness. The forest grows quieter still, as if settling beside you. The air slows, time slows, your heartbeat moves in calm, even waves. You are wrapped in the soft glow of winter night. Stay here as long as you wish, letting the quiet hold you. letting the warmth settle around your chest, letting the stillness guide you into deeper rest. The world outside drifts away, the snow, the trees, the soft night air, all fading into a tender, peaceful blur. Here, in this gentle quiet, sleep rises easily, soft as falling snow, warm as a steady breath, and you drift into it without effort, carried by the calm of the winter night.